this episode of Guitar Undercover, I'm going to show you how to play the outro solo to Albert Collins' Ego Trip.
You got that old ego going on. Try to school you next week. I told you to get yourself together now. Since you give me them shoes, you ain't come back with them yet. What?
Alright, so if you want to play along to this track, you're going to need to tune your guitar down about 27 cents below A440, or you can go ahead and tune up the track 27 cents to match A440. The other thing is, you'll notice that when I'm playing, I don't have a pick in my hand for this particular track, and that's because Albert Collins doesn't use a pick to play, so you can go ahead and put it away. You're not going to need that. This happens to be a funky blues tune, and the outro solo is basically played over a C9 chord the entire time, so it's this. You'll hear the rhythm guitar part back there. He's basically just playing that half diminished chord over that funky bass line. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about this track. So starting from the top, you got an A note up here on the 17th fret. You pick it, slide down. You come back up to the 16th fret. You slide down from there after you pick it down to the F down here on the 6th fret. So you're going to go. Then you're going to play F, pull off down to E flat, and then play F again. Then you're going to pick the E flat note down here on the 4th fret. Then we're going to play on the 3rd string. We're going to play C down to B flat. Pull off, then pick an A. Then we're going to come down on the 4th string, E flat, and we're going to bend it up to an E. Not all the way, it's kind of like in between, it's like a semitone. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's okay, moving on to the next one. This lick starts on the and of 2. Okay, and it comes in starting on a C on the 1st string, 8th fret. Okay, you're just going to play that twice. You're going to play it, and then you're going to give it some vibrato. So then you're going to pull off after you're doing the vibrato, and then you're going to hammer on, ghosting onto this E flat over here, and you're just going to kind of play it. It's going to be really short and staccato. So with my second finger, I play F, slide up to G. Then we're going to play E flat, C, and A. We're going to pick it, pull off, and then just hammer on. Okay, that's that lick right there. The next one starts to get a little bit more tricky. It's got a triplet feel to it. Okay, it's based on a triplet pattern, and this comes in on the 2nd beat of the measure. So you're gonna wait 1 beat, and you're gonna come in on the 2nd beat. You're gonna hear the bass line kind of give you a cue. A lot of these licks you have a cue based on this vocals on when to come in. So after you stop singing, just kind of like a blues player, sing a phrase, then play a phrase. So it's kind of how you'll know when to come in. Plus, you should be counting a little bit in your head, at least have an idea of the 4/4 feel. Okay, so this one comes in on the 2nd beat. It goes 1. Sorry. So it's okay. So you start by sliding from F to G. You play F to E flat. You're going to pick the F, pull off to the E. Then you're going to pick the the E flat, pull off to C, and then play A, just like the last phrase. And you're just going to kind of hammer on to that A. Okay, so the whole phrase is. From there, you come in immediately on the first beat of the next measure. You're going to slide up from, wherever into F sharp, and you're going to bend it up to G. And then it's just going to kind of die out. My guitar tends to die out a little bit quicker than his guitar, only because my frets are kind of getting worn out, and so some of them are higher and lower, so choke out the note. So eventually I have to get some of these frets replaced. But, that note is going to die, and you'll hear it in the track. At first I thought it was an organ. I was like, that was weird, but it's actually him. So you play that, you just kind of slide in, okay, into that note. And then you'll come down to E flat on the first string, 11th fret. You're going to pull off down to the C. And then you're going to do it again. And you're going to kind of ghost down to the B flat, 11th fret of the second string. Okay, it's just, you're not going to really hear the note too loud. It's not going to be, it's just kind of an offhanded sort of deal. Just kind of, when he's playing, when somebody's playing, just kind of things happen. He probably didn't really intend on doing it. Maybe he's playing another phrase and decided to stop there. But that's kind of what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like a note that's very soft. And so he just kind of doesn't really hit it very hard. Kind of like that, those last three that I played. So, I mean, it's a very subtle, nuancey type of thing. So, you practice doing that. It doesn't really matter if you get it or not. You don't even really need to put it in there. That's up to you. Okay? So, after he plays that lick, then we come in with another lick that's similar. You got another triplet feel. Starts out the same as that other one with the triplet feel to it. It's a little bit different. It's got some more notes to it, but you start in the same spot. It slides from an F to a G. Okay? The lick is. Wait. Okay, so. Okay, it's a weird one. It took me a while. I'm not exactly 100% sure if that's exactly how he's doing it. Transcriptions are kind of an interesting process when you're trying to figure out what somebody else did. This is the closest that I got it. And, if you have any suggestions about how you think it should go, feel free to let me know. But that's what I'm hearing. So, I know the notes are pretty much all there, but, it might be a subtle variation on how he's playing it. So, basically, you slide from that F to the G. You're going to go to F to B flat. You're going to hammer on to the F. You're going to pull off to the E flat, and then you're going to slide down to the D. And then you're going to hammer on to C. Okay? And then you're going to pick E flat. You kind of give it a little bit of a bend if you want. And then you're going to hammer on to the C again. B flat to A. And those are all pull off, so. So the only two notes you're going to pick are the first one, the F to the G, and then the E flat. And all the other ones are hammer-ons and pull-offs. Okay. Moving on to the last, second to last lick, I guess. He comes in. It's really simple bluesy lick. You just slide up from B flat to C. Okay, so C to E flat, pull off from E flat back down to C. Give a little bit of vibrato there, And then the last lick is one of my favorite licks here. This is actually the reason why I like this whole phrase, solo section, is this last lick. It's really funky, and it's got a lot of bends in it. And it sounds pretty cool once you get it up to speed. So it starts on F, okay, on the 6th fret, 2nd string. And you're going to play F. Okay, then you're going to play E flat down to C. You're going to pull off. You're going to pick the E flat and pull off to C. So then you're going to play A to G on the 4th fret here. So then you're going to play C on the 6th string, 8th fret here. You're going to play that C with your thumb. And then you're going to pick you're going to pick E flat, yep, and you'll bend that up to F, so it's going to go. Then you're going to play the C again, and you're going to play another C, octave up here on the 5th fret, 3rd string. And then you're going to play E flat, you're going to bend it up to E, and then you're going to play the E flat again and pull off C. So the whole lick basically goes like this. Whoops. And you can tell when you get up to speed, it's pretty fun to play. So that's basically the entire outro section. Before it starts to fade out, he plays a little bit more material. He's basically at the end is playing C, D, E flat down here. I'm doing some slides and whatever. Anyway, not important. You can figure that out. If you got your ears, you can already hear it's kind of like a repetition of the last phrase. And that's it. That's how you play this. So hopefully you guys learned something. Like I said, if you're not used to doing this, get some practice. Play it slow. Give you a little tip on practicing robotically. It's kind of how I look at it when I practice stuff. Basically, practice like a robot. I think, but I'm a robot. Everything's very mechanical. Feels mechanical. So it's... So, practice, in time. If you've got a metronome, play along with the metronome. I just practice along with the track most of the time. So if you have a track and you have a program, slow it down to a point where you can get it under your fingers and it makes sense, and then just slowly just pick the tempo up. And you should be fine. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for tuning in.